Are you truly happy? Not just a moment of pleasure or escape, but real, lasting peace within? Let's explore the gentle, profound teachings of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, as he shares a path toward happiness and freedom from stress, rooted in compassion, wisdom, and inner values. Chapter 1. The root of happiness is compassion. The Dalai Lama teaches that all living beings, from insects to humans, seek one thing: happiness. Yet human beings have something more, a deep potential for warm-heartedness. We survive because someone cared for us. Our mother's love, her milk, her warmth, was our first experience of compassion. And so, we are biologically wired for love. These are the words of the Dalai Lama, shared during a public talk on happiness and a stress-free life.
Our life starts that way. We survived with others' love or care. Without that, we no longer survive. After birth, if mother no pay attention, then within few days we die. So, biologically, we human being, basic nature is more compassionate.
Compassion isn't weakness, it is strength. It gives us inner peace, self-confidence, and trust. In a world driven by ego and conflict, it is compassion that holds us together. As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "Compassion is a verb. It's not something we have, but something we do." There's a story of a monk who saved a scorpion from drowning. Stung once, he dropped it, but then picked it up again. "Why?" asked another monk. "Because it's the scorpion's nature to sting," he replied. "But it is my nature to save." Ask yourself, who in your life has shown you deep, selfless care? Can you be that for someone else today? Chapter 2. The Human Brain, a Gift and a Burden. Our brain is extraordinary. It gives us language, reason, and creativity. But left unchecked, it also creates worry, anxiety, and endless thinking.
This brain also sometimes creates more problem, more worry, too much sort of thinking, too much expectation, and thinking about the past and thinking long future. That also is sometimes create more stress, more worry, more fear, more anxiety.
Our thoughts can be like monkeys, restless, leaping from branch to branch. This is why the Buddha taught two key practices: shamatha, to calm the monkey mind, and vipassana, to see its nature clearly. When we combine intellect with warm-heartedness, we create something powerful. Wisdom without compassion becomes calculation, but compassion with wisdom becomes clarity. A Zen saying goes, "Let the muddy water settle, and the path will become clear." Pause, breathe, and watch how even the most chaotic thoughts slowly become still when not fed. Sometimes we mistake mental activity for progress, but busy thinking isn't always wise thinking. The mind is a tool, but only when held with awareness. Have you noticed how often the mind wanders to the past with regret, or to the future with fear? In those moments, peace disappears. Let presence be your practice. Come back to this breath, this moment. Chapter 3. We are social beings. We are not meant to live alone. We are social animals. Our survival depends on each other.
One individual, no matter how powerful, alone cannot survive. So now today's world, individual's future depends on humanity. So therefore, the others is source of your own survival, basis of your own survival, and also source of happiness.
There is an African proverb, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Even monks who seek solitude rely on the support of a community to survive. True independence, paradoxically, comes from connection. Think of a village where the well is shared by all. If one person poisons the well, all suffer. But if one draws water for the thirsty, all are nourished. This is the heart of Sangha, the spiritual community. We do not walk the path alone, and we were never meant to. Sometimes just being seen, just being heard, is enough to restore hope. Our relationships shape our happiness more than success or status ever will. How can you bring more warmth to the people around you today? Chapter 4. Seeing reality without bias. When our minds are clouded by hate or fear, we cannot see things clearly.
Too much emotion, we cannot use the ability of brain to analyze. Too much hatred, then your mental attitude becomes biased. With biased, cannot see the reality.
A master once asked his students, "What is the color of the wind?" Each gave a different answer, shaped by where they stood. Our minds do the same. We color the world with opinion, memory, and mood. Buddhist teaching reminds us, reality has many sides. Nagarjuna said, "Nothing exists as it appears." To see clearly, we must empty ourselves of certainty. Look again, then look again. Let your awareness be like a mirror, not judging, just reflecting. Bias creates barriers. When we hold tightly to our opinions, we stop listening. We stop learning. Try asking yourself, what if the story I'm telling myself isn't the whole story? It's not always easy to pause and challenge our own views, but in that pause, wisdom can enter. Chapter 5. Secular Ethics and Universal Values. In today's world, the Dalai Lama advocates for a kind of ethics that goes beyond religion. A universal ethics rooted in love, respect, and kindness.
So, 1,000-year-old India's tradition, the secular. According to Indian understanding, secular means respect all religion and also respect non-believer. If we pursue that way, it covers entire sort of 7 billion human beings. Basic nature, human being, compassionate, and compassion give us peace, happiness, satisfaction.
Imagine a school where students meditate before math, where teachers model patience, not just equations, where listening is valued as much as speaking. This vision isn't just a dream. It's already happening in some places, in classrooms where kindness is taught like literacy, where children learn emotional awareness alongside academic subjects. The Dalai Lama calls this secular ethics, a path that welcomes everyone regardless of belief. It's about how we treat one another, not what we believe in. It's the golden thread in every tradition. Do no harm, act with love. It's not about removing spirituality or religion from public life. It's about creating space where people of all backgrounds can meet with mutual respect. This form of ethics is like a bridge. It connects hearts without needing to agree on doctrines. Because the need for love, understanding, and fairness is something we all share. A Zen koan asks, without speaking, without silence, how do you express the truth? Perhaps the answer is kindness, shown through action. What would change in our world if compassion became the default in every interaction? Chapter 6. Altruism over ego. Selfishness isolates us, but wise selfishness, where we help others to also help ourselves, connects us to joy.
Think the other, you get maximum benefit. Think oneself, selfish, narrow-minded, then a lot of stress, a lot of fear, a loneliness feeling.
Think of a candle lighting another. Does its flame get smaller? No, the light grows. Helping others doesn't mean losing yourself. It means discovering a larger version of yourself, one that sees the well-being of others as inseparable from your own. Even small acts count. Holding the door, making someone feel seen, truly listening, offering a smile, can ripple outward. The Dalai Lama teaches that true happiness comes not from satisfying every personal desire, but from relieving the suffering of others. And science agrees. Studies show that giving activates the same part of the brain as receiving a gift. Altruism isn't sacrifice, it's a wiser form of self-interest. In Buddhism, the Bodhisattva vow expresses it this way: "May I be a lamp for those in darkness, a boat for those who must cross the river." The ego says, "Me first." The heart says, "Let's go together." Chapter 7. Facing Suffering with Strength. Loss, death, and sadness are part of life, but we can transform grief into purpose.
Any living thing, there is beginning, there is end. Quite logical. So there is birth, there is death. So death is part of our life. Sooner or later will come. That mental attitude, very helpful. Then you already sort of accepted this part of our life. When my tutor passed away, very sad. But I tried to translate that sadness to bring the source of my determination. Now my tutor no longer there. Now I have the responsibility to fulfill his wish. So that sadness translates because of further determination or willpower. So that you can do. Of course, sadness there, but you see that transform. Then that late person, if way to know, then feel happy.
Grief is not weakness. It is love, looking for somewhere to go. The Zen master Hakuin once lost his child and wrote a poem. It ended with the words, "The moon sets, but the tide carries on." When we lose someone, we carry their memory, not just in sadness, but in the good we do in their name. The pain of grief teaches us to hold life more tenderly. It teaches empathy, patience, and humility. Let every tear remind you, this love mattered. This life mattered. And as the Dalai Lama shows, our healing can become a gift to others, a new strength, a deeper wisdom. Chapter 8. The Power of Inner Education. Modern education teaches us how to build things, but what about how to build character?
The existing so-called modern education should include the education about our inner value. Modern education only care of our brain, not heart, not warm-heartedness. We need hygiene of emotion, because now too much emotion, not good, and eventually suicide come, isn't it? And sometimes teasing to ladies, the beautiful face, but angry face, no longer any beauty, isn't it? So the real beauty is inner beauty.
Just like we clean our bodies, we must tend to our emotional life. Unchecked emotions can become toxic, not just to ourselves, but to those around us. Anger, fear, jealousy. They don't just come and go. They grow if ignored. But when we bring awareness to them, they begin to shift. This is the beginning of inner education. Mindfulness, journaling, honest conversation. These are small daily acts that build resilience over time. Imagine if every child learned how to sit quietly and name their feelings, how to respond instead of react, how to understand someone else's pain. The Dalai Lama believes this emotional literacy is just as important as any academic skill. It's what allows us to be fully human. And for adults too, it's never too late to learn this inner language, because peace on the outside begins within. You are not alone. You are one of several billions of people, but you are not just one. You are a part of something.
I always consider 7 billion human beings are my brothers, sisters. So with this feeling, wherever I go, whenever I meet people, I always feel very close. So no feeling of loneliness, like that.
Have you ever felt like no one truly sees you and your quiet struggles? That in a crowded world, you're invisible? The Dalai Lama reminds us, this feeling of loneliness is an illusion. Beneath all our labels, we are connected by the same hopes: to be happy, to be safe, to be loved. When you look at a stranger, remember, they want the same peace you do. Let this be your daily practice, to see yourself in others and others in yourself. Smile at a stranger. Speak gently. Offer your presence. These are simple acts, but they are sacred ones, because in the end, compassion is not about fixing the world. It's about being present with it, fully and tenderly. You are not alone. You never were. And by choosing compassion today, you help someone else remember that too. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs peace right now. To explore these teachings deeper, read from the Nalanda tradition, or simply practice compassion in your everyday life. Let your life be your practice. We each have the power to bring peace, to ourselves, to others, and to the world. Thank you for watching. May you walk gently, live compassionately, and smile often.